Hello and welcome to another episode of IR Studio. We have with us as a very special guest and you must have known the brand also. He's Mohit Malik, Chief Technology Officer of Chaayos. Thank you so much, Mohit, for speaking to India Retailing.
Thank you.
So, Mohit, we have tech in fashion, we have tech in the entire retail landscape. And tech in food, when it comes to the Indian mindset, when it comes to food, food is something which is to be consumed as soon as possible, which is to be served hot. How do you blend the essence of technology with this? And how has been your journey in that regard?
So see, food is a very interesting space. Customers would need preference of their choice, as in their choices to be delivered to them with consistency. So consistency is the key, and the prominent point where we doubled down on, and we said, we made a very bold statement saying that you ask your cup of chai and we'll serve it to you. That's a very bold statement. Usually when you go to a food place, they will serve you the product that they have and the way they prepare as is. But asking the customer that you can personalize your chai in different 80,000 different ways, and you tell us your chai and we'll serve it for you. We started with that journey, and then we soon realized that a lot of training, a lot of manual intervention is required to make a consistent cup of chai. Customers will come back and say, I get my cup of chai in this particular cafe but not in the other cafe. So how do you solve that?
Okay.
Right? So consistency became one of the problems, and that's where we started building out the entire technology stack. How do we give that consistent experience? So automated the entire tea brewing process, integrated the systems, built the entire point of sale system. We have a very strong loyalty program running in. It was very difficult for us to initially first convince customers why do they need to even share their phone numbers. Customizing their experience just for basis the phone numbers is what we wanted them. But now, if you look at the entire transformation that has happened, customer would walk into a Chaayos cafe and the first thing that they do is tap on the screen and say, I want to put my number over here because I want to be a part of the loyalty program. And then every experience is a unique experience for that customer. It is something they are doing a different job altogether when they're coming there. You might be using Chaayos for working, out of the cafe. Somebody might be just using Chaayos to take a break or something. So giving that personalized experience, knowing who the customer is, what the purpose of the customer is, and then tailoring the whole experience for their needs is where technology has played the important role.
So you mean to say that there is personalization at every point of sale?
Yes. So we promised personalization of chai, which is Meri Wali Chai. You tell the chai and we'll make it for you.
And what has been the consistency? You have mentioned about the consistency across all platforms,
Yes.
or across all stores. What has been the ROI on the same? What is the success rate of the same?
So success rate is very simple. It is measured in terms of your month one retention numbers. It is measured in terms of your repeat frequency.
And they are pretty good.
Yes, and they are best in the industry, I would say, when it comes to the food businesses. Our customers will come to us. A lot of customers come to us twice in a day.
Okay.
Regularly for 5 days. In office, not just in office spaces, but even in high streets.
So it's helping you in your retention as well.
So retention, M1 retentions, wherein a new customer walks in within 30 days. What's the likeliness of the customer coming back, and what is the percentage of customers come back? That's M1 retention. And repeat frequency is overall visits in a year that you track. So those numbers have been increasing.
We have POS solutions. We have different things to manage the inventory, RFIDs and all. And these are all used widely in fashion. Everywhere it's used. So if I were to ask you about the next set of cutting edge technologies that would, drive the food industry on a digital landscape, so what would it be? And you can also mention what you have it and what is on the table at present.
So see, over a period of time, the customer has become a lot demanding, and rightly so, because when you talk about delivering groceries, now you're talking about 10-minute deliveries. When you talk about getting your clothes delivered to you, you're talking about 2 hours deliveries. So there's a lot of demand that has been put on the brands to be able to adapt to the new demands that the customer has and be fast.
So there's research going on at every level.
Yes. So our main way of working is that we get a customer insight, we back it up with data, and then we create a customized solution for that. So it is not that this looks cool and let's do it. But this looks cool, and does my customer need it is the first question that we try to answer. So we do a lot of customer research, talk to at least 200 to 300 customers for hour longs. The entire company knows how to have customer interactions done and everything. Apply various frameworks like jobs to be done and everything to be able to understand what the customer needs are.
Yes, yes.
Then come up with technology solutions and backed by data. And a lot of time the data would not tell you that, because data is basically based on the past experience, but the customer has evolved. So that's where the whole that's where the whole research work starts with. Get
So
the
there's
customer
proper
insights.
management and proper taking care of the data part also.
Yes.
Because data is sitting on just tons of data, it doesn't make any sense for any business.
Yes. So it's always about not connecting the entire data. It is about collecting the right data,
Yes.
making the right business sense. Some data that you were collecting 3 years back might not make sense today.
Understood,
So
understood.
how do you strike out the balance key? I don't want to now look at these parameters because they have now become hygiene. I want to now look at the parameters that basically will be driving my future growth. So those are the things that we constantly change.
I mean, I would add on to my previous question. So, what would be the future in food? I mean, you have a vision to it. You are a tech leader, and you see that there is a lot of happening on the tech side. Food and technology it's not a buzzword right now. It's vital to every field of operation.
Right.
So, what would be the future of tech in food?
So see, in a hospitality business, one of the key parameters that we are doubling down on is the warmth part.
Okay.
And the warmth is basically, if I'm giving you that onus as a brand, that you take care of me because I'm here to spend money, I'm here to spend quality time, you take care of me. We cannot be spending time in doing the mundane work of making a product right, or doing the services right, or cleaning the things. We'll
yes.
be probably let that be automated, and my people at the cafes would be only there to take care of the customer. So that's where the warmth comes in. You going to a cafe and a day you just rated us, negative and probably as a detractor. The next time you gave us chance and you came back to the cafe. So my responsibility first of all is to make sure that you are in the right hands. You have taken the right decision
So
of
there's
coming back again.
Introspection first.
Yes. So now on this prima facie of it, you might find a problem and you will say, I'll fix that problem locally. But those would be global issues also across cafes.
Yes.
So how does data help you with that? How does, let's say, an RCA mechanism of doing the
And that's how you
CCTV
ensure
analysis helps you with
consistency,
that?
right?
Yes.
That's how you ensure consistency.
Yes. So there's a lot of work that is happening around automation.
Yes.
And when I say automation, it is not automating the all manual process. It is
Understood.
about doing the right interventions that are required and let the systems take over so that focus can be on the
And
customer.
is IoT playing a role in that?
A lot, as in we have multiple versions of our tea brewing machines that are running out there. There is a lot of interaction that we do with the CCTV cameras to understand what the customer needs are. So if a customer walked out of the cafe and there was food lying there which was not or half-eaten food, that gives us a feedback to the system that something is wrong out there.
Yes.
You need to do something about it. It might be a local issue, it might be a global issue as well. So those are the things that we are constantly investing in and building tech on.
We would move to the final question. I mean, omnichannel. Everybody talks about omnichannel, but I just want a very basic definition. It's not just the definition part, but what is omnichannel in the food business, and are we actually in that stage? Are we omnichannel or are we multi-channel? How do you see it? How does your company envision it?
So see, we are multi-channel. We are not omni-channel because the partners with which we are working, they do not share any customer information with us. But a true omni-channel system would be where the customer view of the brand and the brand view of the customer is exactly same. So if a brand is telling the customer, thank you for visiting for the first time, and the customer tells you, I've been ordering daily from you, that's where a mismatch is. Then you are at the cafe, you are talking to the customer and telling that you are a new customer, I will deal with you differently, whereas the customer in his head has been a loyal customer since and has been ordering daily from delivery. So there's a mismatch.
Yes,
and if there's a mismatch, the experience is also not the right experience.
And all the consistency part, it's collapsing.
Right. So the customer itself will say, I've been so loyal, I've been ordering online for a long time, and here you are telling me that I'm a new customer. It's
a challenge.
The battle is
it's
lost.
A challenge
right.
to be actually treated well.
Yeah. So that's where, so true omni-channel is when the brand view of the customer and the customer view of the brand is exactly same, and we are sitting in the customer's shoes to be able to make sure that brand gets us, and then the customer gets a brand also, wherein we communicate across all channels that what are the offerings in the right way, in the consistent way, right?
Thank you, Mohit. Thank you so much
Yeah.
for the wonderful insight. We hope to see that your tech journey actually flourishes, and there's a lot of innovation that's happening on the food side. And we also expect and hope that your journey in the tech part also, bring laurels to Chaayos as well. Thank you so much for speaking to
Thank
India.
you for having
Thank
me
you.
here.